Okay, it's mounted in a vise, as you can see by the shaft. So what I have is a long, skinny little what do you call it? Screwdriver. And we put it in one of these small holes and turn. Keep turning until it works itself loose. Once it breaks free, it should spin freely inside the housing. And there is probably a piece of thread somewhere in there that was holding it up, and I don't know where it is. I can't see it. Usually you can grab it and take it out. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's what was holding it up. This piece of thread stuck underneath here. The tolerance between the layers is very small. So even just one little piece of thread stuck between the two will seize the whole machine up. And we got it. All right. We're good to go. Now all we got to do is put it back in the machine. Okay, we're back and we're going to go ahead and reassemble this whole setup. We have our bobbin casing spinning freely within the housing. That's all that needed to happen to fix it. So now we have to put it back into the shaft where it goes, or the hole where the shaft goes. And we're gonna have to turn a little bit to get it in there, and then at the very bottom you're gonna have to turn until it clicks in, pushing down a little bit. Push down a little bit as you turn. There it goes. And it should come in really easily if you have not moved all of the stuff inside the hole, all the gears and layers of rings that stack underneath it. Once that's in, this little tab right here needs to turn towards where the needle is, because it has to click into this little groove on the feed dog plate. So when this goes down here, the groove goes over that tab. But we can't do that until we put all the other inside pieces back. I don't know exactly what this is called, but that needs to go back in. I can't figure out what it's called, but it goes here. It has to snap into this little slot. And it's slidable once it's in there, and the reason for that is it needs to meet up with this as the thing turns. This thing needs to come very, very close, but give it a tiny bit of room to where the thread can go through when it's trying to make a stitch. So sliding it on here back and forth to adjust it to where it can do that is the trick. It's usually somewhere around the middle, in the middle of it. And then we put our screw back on with its washer. Hang on. Alright, I reinstalled the screw, but I haven't tightened it all the way down because I want to make sure that this is lined up properly before we make it permanently tight. So it's just kind of finger tight right now. And we're going to go ahead and put the feed dog back on. I just stuck that on backwards. It needs to turn around to where the screw holes are on top, and the other part goes behind. And here are our screws. 1, 2, and then we're going to tighten those down. Okay, now the feed dog goes back in. It's got a T shape, and I'm holding onto the top part so you can't really see, but it should be with the plate down here, should go towards the bobbin, and it sets up on top of the little pedestal and screws in place. And then you just tighten the screws down.